I want to welcome you to the sixth and final 2015 NCCIH Integrative Medicine Lecture Series. My name is David Chartliff. I'm the Deputy Director of NCCIH, and it's my great pleasure and delight to introduce today's speaker, John Cryan. For many of you, he is well known to you, but for those of you who don't know Dr. Cryan's work, he's a professor and chair of the Department of Anatomy and Neuroscience at the University College Cork in Cork, Ireland. So I think you win the award for the person who's come the furthest this year, John, for our lecture series. He is also a principal investigator in the Elementary Pharmabiotic Center at University College Cork as well. He has published over 250 peer-reviewed articles and book chapters, including articles in journals such as PNAS, Neuron, and Nature Reviews Neuroscience. He has edited books on behavioral neurogenetics, depression, and the microbiota gut-brain axis in health and disease. Among Dr. Cryan's many honors include the European College of Neuropharmacology Fellowship Award, the Wyeth Psychopharmacology Award, and he was recently selected as a highly cited researcher by Thomson Reuters. In addition, Dr. Cryan was a 2014 TED-Med invited speaker. His research, as many of you know, has far-reaching public health implications from how the microbiome influences brain development to the possible impact of probiotics on mood and psychiatric disorders. Today, Dr. Cryan will discuss his work as well as the concept of critical windows in early life when the effects of microbiota on brain and behavior appear to be more potent. He will also address how modulation of the enteric microbiota through diet may be a useful strategy for treating stress-related and neurodevelopment disorders ranging from depression to autism. The title of Dr. Cryan's presentation is Towards Psychobiotics, the Microbiome as a Key Regulator of Brain and Behavior. So please welcome Dr. John Cryan.
Good morning, everyone. It's a real pleasure to be here back at the NIH, and thanks, David and Linda, for the invite and to share with you some of the work that we've been doing in Cork, trying to understand the relationship between the microbiome and the brain and how that may be harnessed to affect behavior. So I always like when I go to the US, so apologies for those of you who heard me before, but just to give you a slight geography lesson, to remind you where Ireland is. So we're not part of the United Kingdom, that's what's important. And within Ireland, it's also worth noting where Cork is, because that's just, people never know where Cork is. So it's the second city down in the very south of Ireland, and that's all you need to know about Irish geography. My lab is interested in stress and how stress affects the brain and how stress affects the entire body. And as we live in this very pro-stress Western world that seems to be more and more, the incidence of stress-related disorders are increasing. And looking for novel ways to intervene, to manage and treat the symptoms of these disorders is very important. It's also worth noting that stress has different effects on the body across the lifespan. This in the schematic here from a review by Sonia Lupian some years ago, indicating that both at a neuronal level and in terms of functional outputs, whether you're stressed early in life, which we're quite interested in, stress in adolescence, which is becoming a very important area, and all the way into stress in aging, which is a neglected area somewhat. You may have different effects on the brain, on the body, and in terms of how we deal with it, and that's important to realize. And I like this quote from Hans Selye, who's the father of stress research, who said, "It's not stress that kills us, but it's our reaction to it." And what we're seeing more and more over the last number of years is a growing neuroscience around resilience and stress resilience. And so why on this roller coaster of life, if two people are subjected to the same type of stimuli, that they may react in a very different way? And what are the factors that are at play? And we know that genetics and certain environmental exposures will play into this. But could the microbiome, the pesky critters within your gut, could they play a role in gating our valence towards stress in life? And hopefully I'll provide you with some evidence to indicate that that might be the case.